in the Houston area.
Mayor Sylvester Turner updating people in the region on what to expect. Let's listen in.
Let me say good morning to everybody. Yesterday, it was 64 degrees. And I was walking in the Martin Luther King parade and took off my jacket. Today, 4 days up, it's probably about 23, 24 degrees. And then from all indications on Saturday, it will be 70 degrees. It is Houston weather. As we say, if you don't like it, stick around. It too will change. I want to start off, though, by thanking Houstonians for heeding the advisory in large part and staying off the roads. I want to thank you for that. It certainly has made our situation much more better in terms of handling it. It's kept people safe. So I want to thank people, number one, for staying off the roads. We do anticipate wintry conditions to continue, according to the weather service report that we've just received, probably up until about 5 o'clock. And so we do expect precipitation to continue up until about then. And then upper 20s tonight, and could be, with chilly winds, could be into the teens. And then what they're saying to us, a hard freeze tonight, and then tomorrow will remain below freezing probably until about 12 or 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So it's the winter precipitation means that I'm going to encourage people to stay off the streets. If you don't have to be on the roads, please don't be on the roads. For the next 24 hours, it's going to be somewhat treacherous out there. So if you don't have to be on the roads, if you don't have to be on the streets, if you don't have to be away from your homes, I'm simply going to ask people in the city to stay at home or off the roads. And then, for example, Metro has canceled its HOV. So it's not taking place. Everything else is going with Metro. They'll even have some early departures as well. But what they're saying, they're not having much ridership today at all. So I think even that is a good sign. Also want to ask people to avoid as much as possible, the bridges and overpasses. That's important. Even though we've got TxDOT and Public Works and others that are out there doing their part to put down the material on the streets, going to ask as much as possible to avoid the bridges and the overpasses. And you'll hear a little bit more about that later. But my main thing is next 24 hours. Over the next 24 hours, I'm encouraging Houstonians, unless you just have to be on the road, help us all out by staying off the roads. It'll make it much easier for Public Works and TxDOT to do their job, and it'll make it safer for them as they go about doing their jobs. There are certain things that I want to highlight in this press conference. One is the road and street conditions, and Jeff Weatherford, or Carol, which one? Jeff Weatherford will give a status report on that, road and street conditions.
Good morning. Public Works crews have been out the last couple of days pre-treating our bridges and elevated roadways. We have crews on standby to go out and spread gravel as necessary. As of about 9:45 this morning, we'd had 2 reports of icing on bridges that we're investigating. Proactively, we have crews out along with HPD, HFD, solid waste and such, looking at the bridges and calling in reports as well. Right now, we seem to be in fair shape, but drivers need to heed what the mayor said and try and stay off the roads and be careful if they do have to be out there.
And let me just say, we are monitoring.
Overall, good news coming out of that press conference from the Houston mayor as well as the DOT, saying that most people have been heeding the weather reports and staying away from the roads. Light traffic out there, maybe some ice, especially on the elevated surfaces, and they're out there trying to treat it. We're going to give an update on the really cold air and